A proposal could restrict the teaching of LGBTQ plus issues in Florida schools. The Parental Rights and Education Bill, or the Don't Say Gay bill as it's sometimes referred to, has passed one House committee. A similar bill is making its way through the Florida Senate. It's raising eyebrows among some activists and lawmakers. News for Jax reporter Jim Pickett shows us what it entails.
In a nutshell, the bill would limit discussions of sexual orientation or gender identity in schools and could keep teachers from talking about LGBTQ plus issues that are not age appropriate. And that's a concern for activist Jimmy Mignette.
Is a school, and let's say even elementary, junior high, and high school, is that a place to talk about, being gay?
I think it is, because that's what the students come in with. The students we have gay and trans students in every classroom in Duval County. Whether they've come to terms with that themselves, whether they've come out at this point, I don't know. But they look to adults to show the right behavior. And if adults can't even affirm that what they're feeling or what they're hearing or the composition of their family is okay, then that's a bad message to send to young people of any age.
This is one proposal in the Florida House. A similar bill is working its way through the Senate. In both bills, parents would be able to sue school systems for damages should those topics come up. We've reached out to the bill's sponsor, Republican Joe Harding of Ocala, but so far have not heard back. In a previously published statement, he did say this bill is about defending the most awesome responsibility a person can have, being a parent. We also reached out to local Republican state lawmakers. The only one who called us back is State Senator Aaron Bean, who said he wasn't familiar with the proposal, so couldn't comment. We also reached out to several members of the Duval County School Board, and we heard back from Lori Hershey, who says she needs to learn more about the bill before making a statement. Jimmy Mignette believes the reason it's becoming an issue now is because it's an election year.
And not to be cynical, but we do have this election year, and a lot of legislators are running for re-election, and even the governor is running for re-election. And at times they tend to pick on their political enemies in order to score points with their base. And I suppose that may be what's happening here.
The bill continues to make its way through committee in the Florida House. Senate committees have yet to hear their version of the bill. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.